Hi guys, how's it going? This week's video is going to be a movie review on the film Into the Storm, which is about a small town in Oklahoma called Silverton that finds itself in the middle of a gigantic tornado supercell. It is a disaster movie. Now, it's kind of done a little differently. It's advertised as a found footage film, but it's more of like a documentary style film. Normally with found footage, it's one camera. It's kind of being passed, from person to person. In this one, the footage comes from a lot of different cameras, and there's some non-camera footage as well. So it's more of a documentary, I feel. Now there are some parts of it that were kind of partially based on true fact. The Storm Hunter team is in part based on the team that was on the reality show Storm Chasers. They did have this big armored vehicle called the Titus on the reality show. They also have it in this movie. And unfortunately, the reason that show is not on the air anymore is because a couple members did lose their lives doing what they love to do, storm chasing. It also brings out the incident where you had that big tornado hit that high school with all the students inside. I think that's kind of the basis. Those two stories are the basis for the making of the film. And you also have some other events thrown in there. As far as star power is concerned, there really isn't like big name stars in this. It is a lower budget movie, and most of the budget is focused on the special effects, which are amazing. Some of the best weather-related special effects shots I've ever seen. Kind of makes Twister, the old movie Twister, kind of dull in comparison. Some of the shots are just amazing. There's one where a tornado becomes a fire-nado, where it actually starts scooping up lit gasoline, and so this big vortex of fire is going through the town. It's a pretty decent movie. I do have some problems with it though. The action when the storm does hit, there's a lot of action. Buildings flying apart, airplanes flying through the air, big rigs crashing into people in streets and all that. And then suddenly the movie just kind of slows down. Because we have these standard single dad, or raising two kids who have a lot of angst and anxiety, and their father doesn't understand them. I'm kind of getting sick of the way teenagers are portrayed in movies, because every movie we have now, it's always that the estranged parent is trying to connect with their teenager that has a bad attitude towards everything, and these events happen. Also, they're able to come together finally. How come we just don't see a family that's together? There's no angst or anything like that. There are actual families out there like that. And every once in a while, they might show something like, the teenagers are pissed off about something. But now it's every single movie. And Into the Storm, you also get that as well. Now, Nathan Crease, through a lot of people know from iCarly, is in this. He plays one of the teenage sons of the main character, and of course he's got his problems as well. So, but that's really my only drawback for the whole film, is that when the action is happening, it's great, it's fantastic. When it's not, the film slows down, way down. The dialogue in this movie is not actually that great. But it is one of those great movies if you just want to shut your brain off for a little bit and watch some really nice destruction. There is some very, very beautiful shots, like I said earlier, of the special effects. And yeah, if I had to give it on a scale from 1 to 5, I'd say it's a 3, maybe a 2.5, 3, somewhere in that range. I can see that. I can see why it's not making that much money at the box office. Maybe it'll pick up when the DVD comes out, but who knows. Alright, well, that's about it for tonight, and I will see you guys later on.